Hi everyone, my name is Ehsan. I'm an engineer at Intel and I create videos around how to be productive at work and things that are related to the workplace in general. In this video, I like to talk about the AI and the reason that people and the news are saying that my job got replaced by an AI, and whether that's true or not, and what's my take, what I think are the real reasons for you probably getting laid off. And this is all my personal opinion from talking directly to the people who got laid off. Of course, this is not a scientific research. I have talked to the people who reached out to me and I helped them to get a job. And when I talked to them, I realized that AI is not the reason that they got laid off. Here in this chart, if you look at the number of layoffs after the pandemic, it's raising. So what we hear on the news that you got replaced by an AI, but whether that's true or not, that's the topic that I'm going to discuss in this video. So here, when we have someone, the company pays you a salary, and all the company is thinking of is how do I can reduce my costs, and if I can replace someone with an effective way to do the same exact work or produce even more or increase the throughput of your tasks, they will do it. Whether it's by AI or any robot, anything that can do the exact same tasks as you do in a lower cost and higher throughput, they are going to do it. But what we hear is that your job completely has been replaced by an AI, which I don't think is true as of now in 2026. We hear that every single year. Since the AI got introduced, we hear that the next year is the year that your job is going to get replaced by an AI. And we are not there, and I think we are not going to be there anytime soon, and I'm going to explain that by the end of this video why I think that's the case. So here you can see if you get replaced by an AI, your company gets some profits because they are going to spend less money. You are expensive, but an AI is less expensive, so it's going to give it to the AI company. That profit goes to them and they are going to get richer, and the company also gets rich because they don't have to pay you a six-figure salary. So they are going to give it to the AI, almost a portion of it, and they expect to get the same results, the same output and accuracy as you do. This is the AI CEO narratives that we hear on the news, but that's not the case. There are 4 more reasons for you getting laid off, and I'm going to explain that in a second. Then I will go back to the AI and I will explain my own take off of the AI. So let's talk about these 4 possibilities. Number 1 is that your job might completely has been eliminated within your company. Let's say they have been marketing or the software or the hardware. There was a department inside your company that was doing some sort of tasks, and the company decided that, hey, this is no longer needed. We don't need to do and invest on this portion of our work. Let's just cut it. And that would be one reason. The other one is that your job has been distributed among other people within your company. Let's say you are doing a task, you were a manager at some sort of like company or a university, and now they are going to distribute your tasks to other people, your coworker or other departments, or they are going to consolidate all the tasks to one person or two to do the exact same task and in a lower throughput, because probably they are going to say the throughput doesn't matter. As far as the task is done, we are happy with it. So your job has been delegated to other people. The third reason is, I think hiring new grad students because the salary that the company has to pay to them is much less than you. You are expensive, you are a senior, and also they are going to tell the government that now we increase the hiring, now it's good for them as well. This could be another reason. And in all these three cases, as you can see, I've put the profits. The company gets some sort of profit. And the last reason might be your job has been outsourced from the other people in other countries or even in your country, but now it's cheaper, it's a third party, and they are going to do it in a cheaper way. Again, this is all about profit. The company thinks, how do I can reduce the cost and have the company still function the way it was functioning? Let's say you are in an HR team and the whole HR gets cut off. And now the company says, you know what, let's find people in another country that can do the exact same thing. They can schedule the interviews, do the interviews, and say this person is the right fit. If your job can be done remotely and all they need is a laptop and Wi-Fi, they can replace you. And companies understood this during the pandemic. They noticed that the productivity at some point got even better when people were working from home. So if your job can be done remotely by you at your home with a laptop and Wi-Fi, the company can find someone else in other countries that they have to pay them a tenth or a 20th of your salary to them to do a mediocre job, and they are happy with it and they are going to do it. So these are the 4 reasons behind your job loss probably, and it's not AI. But why we hear that? Why we hear that companies say AI replaced your job? It's just because it sounds nicer. Saying that you got replaced by an AI sounds much more innovative and future thinking for the company than saying the real reasons and going through this kind of conversation with the media, why they are doing this. So it's better to just say you got replaced by an AI. We are doing a bunch of tasks during a day, and those tasks are not structured. But if it is, then they probably can replace you by an AI. One of the very most structured tasks are, I would say, software engineers, the people who build websites or an app. And even those very highly structured tasks has not been replaced by an AI. So this is just the claim that these companies are making for justifying the layoff. If you are doing a few tasks, what I think is happening in reality is that if you can use an AI to automate those tasks, you can probably be more productive doing other tasks. So you can increase the throughput and do your tasks faster to get more tasks done during a day. That would be one of the reasons. So I think my take from AI in general is that if I were the CEO of these AI companies, instead of marketing AI as a job replacement, I would probably say that the AI will help you. It's a productivity tool. It's not that it replaces your job 100%, because we have seen that there are many very structured tasks, or just the tasks that is very clear. Let's say the self-driving cars. It's just one task. And because of the nature of this kind of activity and the liability, of course, they were not able to completely replace the people, the taxi drivers or us doing the driving task. And when AI cannot do a very highly structured task, only one task, how come that can replace a professional that does so many things, so many other tasks that needs kind of thinking and judgment, and it has a lot of liabilities? If you do it wrong, the cost of doing it wrong is much higher than having an AI doing that, or even you doing that. So what I think is happening, and you are gonna hear this more and more, they are going to shift their mindset and presenting AI as a replacement to AI being a productivity tool like any other software. For example, when they introduced the Microsoft Excel, they didn't say we are going to replace the accountants. It was a tool to help the accountants and other people to do their tasks much faster and produce more and do more tasks in a shorter time. And I think this is happening. This is what is happening, and the narrative from AI replacing your job shifts to AI helps you to do your boring and other tasks faster, and you can focus on the most important tasks much more and produce more, right? That's my take from AI and saying that AI replaces your job. No, there are 4 more reasons that I explained here, and AI cannot do all the tasks that you are doing because your tasks are not structured, and we are not there yet. And I think we are far more behind that, far more. And this is my personal prediction that this is not gonna happen. But if you know how to use AI to replace those repetitive tasks, automate those tasks that are boring and you don't want to do it, or just use it as a body check. If you are doing something, you can ask, is this the right way? Is there any other way to do it? That also helps. But marketing that and saying that it replaces your job, I think this is a big claim and it's not true. So yeah, that's all about AI. See you in the next video.